Discover Rhode Island presents the Small Business Initiative, brought to you through the generosity of the Anchor Auto Group of North Smithfield. Now let's meet the owner of Shady Acres Restaurant in Foster.
So I've been in the restaurant industry since I was 12. We bought our first restaurant, Eric and I, at 27 and 28. We were young, and we bought that one right before the recession. So we had some experience of being incredibly scrappy and figuring out how to make impossible situations work. That being said, this was more bizarre than anything I've ever done. We bought the restaurant basically a few months before COVID hit. So the idea was to come in, see what they were doing right, see what we could change. So we were kind of in that process. And it was funny. People were like, well, I would talk about how we were going to renovate, and people would be like, well, you can't close. And I'd be like, well, we're going to have to close to renovate. And they were like, well, no, but you can't. We're like, okay. And it was wild. It was definitely wild. And then COVID hit. We walked into Shady's and I was like, all right, Eric, if we're closed, we might as well rip up the carpet. And, in my head, I was like, we're going to renovate the space. In Eric's head, we were just ripping up the carpet. So we had everything. I had already purchased everything. Everything was sitting in the Quonset hut ready to go. So we took that opportunity of being closed to do the renovation. As crazy as COVID was, there was a lot of silver linings, and that was one of them. We got to close and renovate, and it wasn't my fault. People were mad. They were mad that, I changed the coffee, and they were mad that I made the menu smaller, even though it's all the same items. And they were, mad that I didn't do sausage and gravy every Saturday, and they were mad that we didn't do liver and onions. And people were really mad. Once people saw that we do care and that we want to put out a good product, I think that most people came around. I am a super idealistic person. If I had my way, everything would be organic. Everything would be I'd be growing everything on the farm. It's not realistic. But we try to, if we can make it here, if we can make it better here, we'll make it better here. So the great thing about Shady's is it's like Americana. We can do whatever we want. It can be anything. We don't have to, there's no limits, there's no boxes, there's no restrictions. So it's fun. So the Apocalypse Cafe was a direct result of COVID. We had to quickly figure out, how are we going to function? How are we going to make money? What are we going to do? So we decided we would utilize the takeout window. I went online, I purchased a neon sign that said Apocalypse Cafe, and I figured if we weren't laughing at ourselves, we would be crying under the banquette there. So it's funny. Eric, the way Eric puts it is, he says, if you're in the area and you're hungry, it's an all right place to eat. And that's, so it's like we set that baseline, and if we can get above that, then we're good. It has been really interesting. So we just got the new sign, and that has actually drawn in a lot of new people that have said, I've driven by this place over 100 times and I've never stopped. And we just saw the sign and we figured, okay, let's try it. That looks cute. And they've stopped and they've come in and they've been really excited. So hopefully we get more of that business, get some more people to drive out to Foster, and it's not that far. It's only 20 minutes from Providence. There's stuff that, makes references to our agricultural history of my little bee wall. I've got the wall of photos of old Shady's, old customers, new customers, regulars, and the idea is that wall keeps continuing. I actually had a customer the other day say to me, me and my wife really want to be on that wall, and his wife goes, no, I don't. I was like, bring a picture in, you can go on that wall. And we did, and that's what it should be, that's what I want it to be. I want it to be just a fun community neighborhood place that people can kind of rally around.